Hello everyone, it's Paul again. How are you guys doing? Okay, so today what are we doing? Well, we only have a few more days back here in the United States in this small town of Sandusky, Ohio. And I wanted to show you different parts of the city. I'm coming from that direction there. And so you can see what it's like to live in a small town in the United States, especially in Ohio. Okay, so come along with me. Let's keep going. I'm showing you an area here in town with a couple things. There used to be a laundromat here. It burned down because of a storm. And over here, in that empty space over there, used to be a gigantic factory for GM. And this is what a lot of towns are struggling with, and that is industry, because industry helps bring in tax money. So a lot of towns are struggling with that right now. Let's keep going. So we've turned down a different road here, and we're going through a neighborhood here, and they're fairly small homes. Here's a church, and the church is called Father's Heart Family Church. Lots of churches in this town. The houses are small, like I said. There's a sense of community here though. And this is a couple days after Christmas, so some of the Christmas decorations are still up, and many have been taken down. So we're on the same road. Here's a school, middle school. And over here is a golf course. And this is all part of the neighborhood. You see a police car over there. There's a water tower there. Let's keep going. So, here's some more houses. There's a train track here. And we might be able to get it so that we can see the train. Let's get closer to the tracks, okay? Guys, what do I see? I see a train coming. See the light? Wow. This is a treat. I'm getting out of the way. And as the train passes by, we'll see it a little bit better from this angle. It really looks like it's moving slowly. It's not in a big rush, that's for sure. And there are no... Oh, there's a gate here. One gate here. That will go down as the train gets closer. It's really slow, holy smokes. And I don't see any other gates here. Let's get on this side of the street. Maybe it stopped even. Is it moving? Huh. Let's zoom in a little bit. In this video, in any video or movie, compare an object to something that's not moving to see if it's moving. And it doesn't look like the train is moving. Because, you know, if you use this bush right there, that little bush, that's not moving on the side there of the tracks. You see that the train isn't actually moving ahead of that or anything. So we're just looking at the train. It looks like it has 3 big old lights. Look at that. So we have other places to go for this video. Maybe when we come back, the train will have moved, and then we'll see that change. Okay? Alright guys, let's keep going. So here we're walking over the main train tracks, and there are 2 of them here. See? I think I'll get that picture real fast. And let's get this picture too, right? Nice and low. Yeah, that's good. Let's keep going. Now, on the other side here, we have a graveyard, cemetery. And here we have, oh, there's someone with a really big engined car. Anyway, we have this cemetery on this side here, right next to the train tracks in this old road. And then we have some on this side. It looks like there's some more space over there for some more graves. My wife has some relatives buried in here on this side of the road. I think it's on this side. Okay. It's not a very pretty area, I don't think, at all. But I think it was land that was set aside by the city to be used for a cemetery. Let's keep going. I wanted to show you what some of the neighborhoods look like in this very small town. I know this is not a good day to do it. The sun isn't shining. It's cloudy. It's cool. It's a little bit misty. I'm sorry about that. So you're not getting the, I don't know, the whole picture of what this town is like. But this is, you know, typical of mid-America small towns. They're like this. Mostly very, very patriotic people. And they're not terribly wealthy. They get by. They live. They have pretty good vehicles, and they, you know, some struggle, of course, making ends meet. It's not always easy. Let's keep going. In this very short clip of the video, I wanted to show you a school. Very old school. It's probably over 120 years old. That's old for here. But it has now been reused as a child care facility. So this school, which is built in with the traditional brick and stone that was quarried in this area, light-colored limestone, was built many years ago. And it is still being used, it's still being upgraded, and now it's a child care center. Looking at the surroundings, let's keep going. Down this way. Then have something else to show you later on. So, I wanted to show you a clue to where we're going and what makes this town very different. You see these boats here? Boats mean water. Now it's behind barbed wire here to keep the boat secure. But that's a very big clue. And if you listen closely, in the distance you can hear seagulls. Let's keep going. Yes, you guessed correctly. Yes, we're on one of the Great Lakes. And this is Lake Erie. And this is an inlet, a man-made inlet, because this right here is a coal terminal where trains would go. And you can see, even in the distance there, that right there is a big pile of coal. And the trains come in here and they pick up the coal and they take it to different places. So that's man-made. That whole thing right there is all man-made. So this is a little inlet from Sandusky Bay, which is where the town of Sandusky was originated. And on the other side of that bay is Lake Erie. So this is all fresh water. Now, I am really thinking about flying my drone. I brought my drone in my backpack here. And I'm thinking of getting it out and flying. And then in that case, if I do that, I will put that footage in this video. Okay? So I just wanted you to see this town is a little bit different than Middle America, even though it is in Middle America, because it's on one of the Great Lakes, Lake Erie. And that makes it right there very special. Okay, I'm gonna get my drone out. Let's see what happens. It's kind of wet, that's the thing. It's kind of wet. You see this? It's wet here. Nothing's dry. And I hope it doesn't start raining. So it's time to leave this spot, but I did take some footage from my drone, but it started to sprinkle. And it's kind of misty, and the rain droplets are very small, and I didn't want anything to happen to that drone. Drones are fairly expensive. By the way, if you want to know what kind of drone I have, just look up here on the right here, and you'll see an eye, and that always means it's connected to another video. And that, in this case, it would be an unboxing that I did of a DJI Mini 3. So you can take a look. Just look up there on the right, see that eye. Anytime you see that, you can just click on it and it'll take you to a connecting video. Let's keep going, and we're going to turn left up here. So we are walking along the lake here. That's actually quite a nice little scene here. Let me move closer. Take this real quick picture. I'm going to try to let the trees frame it. Frame the picture here. Move over to this one. There we go. So we have this tree on the left and the tree on the right, the bush on the left. Let's take that picture real fast. Here we go. Hardly any color. Should probably make that into a black and white. Wouldn't hurt anything. But this is, I'm watching where I walk because there's a lot of poop on the grass because of Canada geese. And there they are, as you can see. And they come up here and they just basically poop everywhere. But there they are in a nice serene setting. Let's zoom in real fast. Here. One stop, here's another stop. And there they are. Could probably take that picture too. Let me do that. Okay. So this is Lake Erie, and we're about to go out. We can see out to the bay out there. Beyond this this little part right here, this strip of land. It's man-made. Okay, let's turn this way and we'll go closer to the water. Had to get that picture there. That's where we were, over there. And now, let me zoom out because this is making me a little bit dizzy. There we go. We're gonna walk in to downtown Sandusky, where everyone goes in the summertime. I mean, in the summertime you'll see, when the weather gets warmer, you'll see fishermen here, lots of them. And you'll see lots of things happening on the waterfront in town. Just for tourism and a sense of community. So let's keep walking here. Here we have, I'm not really sure what this is, but it's covered with some type of plastic. Not really sure what that mound is. But you see in these parking areas here, those are all moved out. Those are floating docks that people can go out in the water and fish on. They're stored here. They're floating docks. Let's take a look real quick at them. You see what they are now? Floating docks. These are the air containers. This is what makes them float so well here. Oh, wait a minute. I have to tell you about this. You see these crustaceans there? Well, I'm sorry, clams. These are called zebra clams. And zebra clams, about 30 or 40 years ago, started popping up in the Great Lakes. And they have proliferated. I mean, look at this one over here. This one has a whole bunch of zebra clams, or what some call them zebra mussels. They're almost impossible to get to eradicate. They're not native to the Great Lakes. But what did they do? They did something quite interesting. You know, clams filter water. That's how they get their nutrients. And they started filtering a lot of the water in the Great Lakes system. And the water is cleaner. Also, measures taken by industry to clean up their areas. And now the Great Lakes, the water is almost crystal clear. It's good for diving. The natural fish species are coming back. And zebra mussels helped with that. Isn't that crazy? All right, let's keep going. Okay, so now I can actually show you. We're on the other side of this mound here. And now we know what's under the black plastic. And it looks like, I'm not sure, I'm not certain. So I can't tell you as a fact, but it looks like salt. That looks like natural salt. There is a pile there that they have been digging into. And then there's another one over here. You see? Salt. Okay, mystery solved. Let's keep going. Lake Fish Company. I guess a lot of fishing boats come through here as well. Fish, freshwater fish. What kind of fish? I am not at all the expert on fish and wild game, but I do know that perch, lake perch, freshwater, comes out of this lake. Why? Because I've had perch from this lake, walleye. Those are the two big ones, but I think there's lots and lots of other types of fish that come out of the Great Lakes, especially Lake Erie. Maybe someone who is a fisherman and knows about the Great Lakes can comment on what other kind of fish they catch in the Great Lakes and eat or whatever. What kind of fish are in the waters here at the Great Lakes. Okay? So if you know, please comment. Please let us all know. Not just me, but also people that watch the video. Okay? So as you can see, boats are being stored. This is off season, definitely. Sometimes the lake even freezes. So this is definitely off season. For those of you that are not sailors, I'm not a sailor, but I know what's at the bottom of this boat. You see that there? That's a big keel. It helps the stability of the boat, I guess. Maybe you can comment on that. Here's some more boats, by the way. Some more boats. Let me get a little closer. I'm just going to take this picture. Let me just take this picture. And maybe you can comment on the use of the keel and maybe what you see here, these boats. Ooh, maybe I should cover up that number so that we don't see that number of the boat. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I gotta figure out how to do that. I haven't done that yet on a video, but I'll try. Mentor, Ohio. That's east of Cleveland. East of Cleveland. All right, let's keep on going. So down there is downtown Sandusky, but here we have a mound. I don't know, here's the boat. I'm gonna go up this mound here. Hope my shoes can handle it. Ooh, the geese have been up here. I can see poop. Poop everywhere. Woo. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Avoid. All right, that didn't take too long to get up this mound. Watch my step. Okay. And here we are at the top. And we can see the coal docks there. A marina. Not very pretty. But you know, here's the thing. It probably wouldn't cost that much to leave your boat there. That's why there are boats there. It doesn't have to be pretty, does it? Okay, as long as the boats are out of the water. And there, that way is downtown. So I'm just watching my step as I walk. I'm not looking at the camera screen. Coming down to this sidewalk here, trying to avoid the geese's droppings. Man, they're everywhere. Okay, sorry to bring this up on the video and to the cement. Okay, it's easier here. What does this look like over here? I think this just goes, the sidewalk here just goes over to that building over there. So we don't really need to go that way. Let's curve around this way. As of course we get close to downtown, we see more artwork. Pretty, very pretty, says 33. And we're coming around here and that building used to be a factory. I'm talking about that building. Used to be a factory or some type of processing plant years and years ago. Now, of course, it is apartments. And not just apartments, but high-end apartments. Yeah, really, really wonderful apartments. Yeah, so that's good. Reuse, repurpose, reduce, and recycle. That's really, all of those are good practices, and that's one of those. Repurpose and reuse. Let's keep going this way. We're heading toward the water now. The coal docks in the distance. Here we have the Dockside Cafe. Rocks here to protect this pier here going out. I've already shown you that building. There's a fisherman that just came in. And we're going to walk this way along the rocks in this pier here. Now, in the marina, this is where so many boats are stored in the summer and the spring. You see, here is a place for 2 boats. One on this side and one on this side. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There's 14, 28. So close to more than 100 boats can be docked in this area because there's 2 of these. And each one is 28. Okay, let's keep on going here. And there's something else about this town that makes it special. Sandusky, Ohio. It makes it very famous. Not that it's just on the lake. Not that there's fishing and recreation and boating and sailing and all those things. But also, if you look in the distance, and I have to zoom in here. I have to. I'm going to do that right now. Put my foot here. And I want you to look in the distance there. I'm going to zoom in. Zoom in 1. Zoom in 2. What? Yeah. A roller coaster park called Cedar Point. And Cedar Point has been there for over 100 years. There's some really old roller coasters that are historic. An old hotel. There's an old Breakers Hotel there. But Cedar Point is alive and well. It's seasonal. You know, here in northern Ohio, the winters can get tough. This is not a bad winter, but the winters can get tough. They can't operate in that. So this Cedar Point is, I mean, it's an amazing, amazing place. And the roller coasters are amazing, super fast. So that's Cedar Point. Here, hey guys, good luck.
Yep, thank you.
There's some boaters going out to go fishing. All right, they got a big engine on that one. So anyway, Cedar Point. Now, to the left of this point here, Cedar Point, right there. Wow, look how they're going. Look how they're going now. I think they have a spot that they have in mind. I'm sure they do. Let's find my finger. There it is. In that open water out there, because this is all Sandusky Bay. All of this is Sandusky Bay. I'm going to zoom out now. This is all Sandusky Bay. This is where Sandusky, the town, is located. All of this. Except for there. In the distance, that is open water. And across that open water is Canada. Let's zoom into there. Yeah, you can't even see the other side of the lake. Even on a clear day, it's difficult to see the other side of the lake. Now, from some of the rides over there that go up almost 100 meters. Yeah, 100 meters. You can see Canada, which is probably a little less than 100 kilometers across there, maybe 50 or 60 miles across to Canada. Okay? Yeah. So the lake is, you know, I'm going to have to get these facts straight, and I'm going to put the facts straight of how wide the lake is, and then how long the lake is, because it lies horizontally. It's, you know, it lies that way. I just wanted to show you Cedar Point. Let's go into town. So you can see that the lights are turning on. Look at this gate go down. Look at this. Did you notice something? Yeah, I did too. No noise. Wow. These are new apartments. I haven't seen these in a while. What's this? The water's right to our left here. You'll see it in just a minute or two. But these are really nice. Painted, you know, the way many buildings along waterfronts are painted, these colors with lots of white trim. But as you notice, the lights are on, and that means it's going to be dark soon. We're very far north, and it's only, wait a minute, what time is it? Oh, it's after 4. So now we're going to start losing our light. So let me take you down to one more point here in old Sandusky, Ohio, and then I'll end the video. Okay? What are these guys doing? They're cutting through brick. Huh. Oh, not a couple years ago, there was a terrible, terrible storm, and a lot of old buildings like this just completely collapsed. I mean, it was a terrible winter, just a terrible storm, thunderstorm with lots of high winds, and some buildings collapsed, old ones. Wait a minute. This tells the story of this building. Look at it. Ooh, that's big, isn't it? So I'm gonna take a picture of this so that you can read it in the video. Let me take a picture real quick here. The Hind and Dowk Paper Company. Incredible. Okay, 1888. That looks like the architecture of a building that was built in 1888, doesn't it? Anyway, you can read for yourself. I took a picture of it, I put it in a video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is downtown Sandusky, Ohio. This is the waterfront. U.S. Customs and Border Protection, Jackson Street Ferry crossing. Okay, so you have to go through customs here. Because this is a border with Canada, so it's like any other border. You have to get checked. And we're going to go down to this pier here called Jackson Street Pier. And I think I'll end the video there. Then it's the long walk back home. I'm gonna walk. Let's walk under this here. Not on the sidewalk. Let's go right on under the sign. City of Sandusky, Jackson Street Pier. Ah, yes. And there's the open lake over there. I can even see some boats way out there. Mostly, big boats are tankers traveling the Great Lakes. Sometimes they're in the middle of the lake, and sometimes they're just following the shore. I do want to show you this area here in the summer. This is the stage. This, to me, this is brand, well, it's not permanent, but this is a brand new stage. And sometimes, of course, they have food and things here. Tables, way more tables than right now. Lots of tables. And people come down and eat by the water. The water's right here, and they have entertainment. So here's a trailer stage. Trailer stage. The stage here. And it says Erie County Community Foundation stage. And it's on a truck trailer. I don't know if you can see the wheels. Let me go down here and just put it down. You can see the wheels there. See? Okay. Downtown Sandusky. Oh, yeah, and here's a building in case they have to move inside. It's kind of like a small warehouse. Let's go up on the stage. Then we'll come out here and get a better view of Cedar Point. Remember that roller coaster park that's across there. Up on the stage we go. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, we are performers now. We are performing. Now listen, this stage is kind of big. Wow. I don't know, it's this big. But you can get a small orchestra on here, a band. Yeah, really big band actually. Here. You have a place right here for people to sit and play, watching a conductor that over there, right? And then the audience over here. And even an audience in the grass in the summertime, the grass over there. Yeah, this is kind of nice. Wow. This was not here, ladies and gentlemen, when I used to teach in this town. That was many years ago, of course, and I expect change. Yep, there's the stage and there's the audience. Well, pretend audience. Let's go down this sidewalk here and take another look at Cedar Point, okay? I am so glad you guys are still with me in this video. Thank you very much. Before I end it with this picture of Cedar Point in the distance, please remember you can subscribe and you can hit the like button if you wish. Even the bell, that'll let you know when I have a new video out. But more important than all of those three things is the fourth thing, and that is commenting. Comment on what you are experiencing with my videos. Comment, tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, those type of things. Maybe you have some information that I couldn't give you in this video, that you know more, you're an expert of something. Please comment. All right? Okay, I'm going to turn the camera this way. Here's the water. I'm right at the edge. Look at my foot. Yeah, right at the edge. And what do we see in the distance? Can anyone tell me what the name of that place is? What is the name of that place in the distance? In the far distance, not this near distance. Can anyone tell me? You are correct. Cedar Point. We're going to end our video that way with a look, not that close. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Ooh, slow zoom. How did I do that? Of the water and Sandusky, Ohio. All right, guys. Bye-bye.